Coheed and Cambria's The Unheavenly Creatures is out. Let's talk about it. My name is Devontae Chisholm, joined by Coheed and Cambria's biggest fan, Israel Sanchez.
What's up?
I didn't get all the way through this album because I knew we were reviewing like a million things today. But after I started it, it was addicting. It was very addicting.
Very good.
I'm surprised I was able to tear away from it when I did.
Yeah. It clocks in at right under an hour and a half. This is probably one of their longer albums compared to some of their other stuff. But I mean, a lot of their albums are long, especially if you look at all their old stuff. I
feel like it comes with the genre.
Yeah, well, this is their first album going back into the Amory Wars storyline, that whole saga. Which is good.
This is where everything goes over my head. This is where I said you're gonna lead everything.
Yeah. Because the album before this, 2015, is The Color of the Sun. Ah, man, like it had some good songs, but it's probably their worst album.
Damn.
Hands down. It's the only album that doesn't follow the storyline. They kind of just like, I guess, wrote songs to write songs and like have something outside of the universe and all that, which is cool and commendable. But
all albums are in the universe.
Yeah.
Okay.
All of them, from Second Stage Turbine and Keeping Secrets, The Afterman, which is like a prequel, but the Afterman Ascension Descension came out in 2013. Mm-hmm. Kind of like it's kind of like System of a Down's Hypnotize and Mesmerize. Yeah. It's like a double album.
Okay.
But yeah. I guess initial thoughts, like on my first listen, I honestly enjoyed the album a lot.
Yeah. It is.
I feel like,
as someone that got halfway through, yeah, it's just going through.
Again,
very strong.
Dark Sentencer, like the whole intro with Dark Sentencer, well, prologue and Dark Sentencer, because the Dark Sentencer is technically the first song. Mm-hmm. Really good intro. Now seeing the track list and having all the singles sit where they sit, the singles are still some of the stronger songs on the album. But there's songs like Toys and
Toys is crack.
Toys is so good.
Maybe it's because I heard the ones before it pre-release, like those were some of the singles. So once Toys hit, it was just kind of like, damn, like this is gonna be a good one. Yeah,
Toys, Love Protocol, The Pavilion, Nighttime Walkers. I mean, I like pretty much the whole album. Lucky Stars, quiet way to end the album. Little acoustic ballad, really nice way to just kind of like ease out, to go back in if you like loop it. Which song was it? I believe it is I think it's Queen of the Dark. That like the opening sounds like a Mastodon song.
It might be.
It has the harmonic leads at the beginning. I want to play it real quick.
Yeah, I mean, I think we'll be fine.
No, but I do like that song a lot. It was Black Sunday. Yeah. Black Sunday sounds something straight out of like Mastodon. I like the twangy guitars in Queen of the Dark. I think that's my whole thing compared to their old albums. The guitar work wasn't as intricate or as like prog as like a lot of the stuff that they usually write, especially when you compare it to their like stuff off of like Afterman or even Good Apollo. All on Fire reminds me structure-wise reminds me a lot of the End Complete off of No World Tomorrow. Just the way like it's set up and like the big build-up and everything. Old Flames is still like, when I first, because that was the last single they dropped, which was last week.
Oh wow!
With the video and all that stuff.
I was about to say they dropped that one before
they dropped that, and they dropped a video, like an exclusive video on like Entertainment Weekly first, and then it came out on YouTube. Yeah, it was weird. It's a weird tie-in. But like I watched the video and like the song is just so catchy. It reminds me a lot of like Blood Red Summer with the backing vocals near the end and all that stuff. Like what else? Unheavenly Creatures is still great. The Gutter too. The Gutter, the second half of the Gutter reminds me of Black Parade.
Yeah. I remember you
strong
Black
Parade vibes.
Yeah.
With that,
the whole reason that I decided to finally give the band a chance after listening to that, I was just like, all right, let me not be scared of jumping in.
But like the whole album is just front to back, just flows in really well. The structure's really good. It tells the story of Vaxis and how he got into like the Dark Sentencer, which is like I think like a jail or something. Like they got trapped. And Unheavenly Creatures explains like how it happens, and then it just goes from there. So like if you're a fan, I feel like this is a really good album, and it continues the storyline really well, and it makes me excited for what they have to release next.
Does it redeem the last part?
Yeah. But like I also feel like they needed the break from the saga. Like that out, like the Color Before the Sun had to happen in order for them to drop this.
Okay. Palate cleanser.
Yeah, pretty much like a palate cleanser in a way. But like the album again doesn't really come without its gripes. Like I said, the guitar work for me is like a little lackluster, but the drum work, the vocals, Claudio's singing is just great. It's great lyricism.
Never name your kid Claudio. Unless you're super foreign.
Okay. But yeah, I was very impressive. Like today, I've listened to it like 4 times front to back.
Now the lore of everything goes into comic books and games and stuff right now. Are you deep into any of that stuff?
Now I only have one of the comics because they're kind of really hard to find in Barnes and Noble. But a shame on me for going to Barnes and Noble.
I'll be at Comic-Con this Sunday.
Yo, Claudio was at the Marvel booth on Thursday.
Oh, word?
I was so tight I could have went.
Damn.
I'm so mad. I would have loved to meet him, but yeah, like because he writes with his wife too, and but they mostly do like the comic book stuff.
Yeah.
But it all ties together, like the music and the lore for the comics. So if it's something you're not really into, like I feel like the music alone stands well on its own.
Yeah.
But like invest yourself even more, and makes you appreciate the music even more. That there's like a cohesive story that spans 8 albums. I think it's 8 albums right now.
It would suck if you needed that stuff to supplement the music.
I honestly don't think you do.
Like Childish Gambino's because of the internet, when everybody kept saying,
the script,
you don't like it because
blah,
you didn't read the screenplay as you were listening to the music. I just want to listen to the music.
That's a lot of work.
Yeah,
but yeah,
I just want this experience in the music. I don't want to have to be holding something to be like, now I enjoy this.
Yeah. So, no, but it definitely holds on its own. A lot of the music is still really catchy. That's a big thing. It's all like, especially the choruses and all that are really big and catchy, and it's just a good mix of everything. Definitely not the perfect album. I might get a lot of shit. I might get shit for this, but like my favorite Coheed album is Year of the Black Rainbow. Shit's good.
Why are you saying?
Because it's not. It's like people are either just, like a lot of people are just like, yeah, it's the Afterman, which is great, especially Dissension, or like A Good Apollo, or In Keeping Secrets, or I don't really hear no one talk about No World for Tomorrow though. That was like I feel like that was their most commercial effort. They had Taylor Hawkins from Foo Fighters drum on that whole album, which is cool, which is why like the drumming is like really good on that album, but other than that, it just felt like they were like straying away from like what made them like so good and unique and all that. Because they're known, but all people really know from them is like Welcome Home or oh my god, what's the name of that other song that's on In Keeping Secrets? It's near the end. A Favorite House Atlantic. Can't believe I forgot that one. That's a really popular one too. But the color before. I mean, Year of the Black Rainbow was like I believe their first album where they like recorded like live, like kind of like direct, like instead of like amp to monitor or whatever. They kind of like it was kind of like a live performance kind of thing. So it just the performances on that album, and it has some weak songs, but because a lot of albums do, but it for me it has the best energy, but. That's my favorite, but the best album definitely is Good Apollo, front to back.
Okay. What do you give this one? Because I'm still reviewing progress over here. I'll get to it this weekend.
I would say strong 7, light 8, the 7.5, I guess.
Cool.
Yeah, definitely something. Of course, I'm gonna keep coming back to, especially like the singles and songs like Toys and. The song he wrote about his wife and his son, The Pavilion, was really cool. Night Walk, like I actually really like a lot of the songs. Like I'm looking at the track list and like there isn't really a song that like I don't like.
He's about to
maybe it like walks. Maybe like It Walks Among Us was okay. Yeah, an 8.
Okay.
Yeah, an 8. An 8 for sure. Yeah. So it's not perfect, but
it'll be a 9 once the cameras go off.
It's definitely one of those albums that grow on me, too. That's how I felt about Year of the Black Rainbow when I first heard it. And how I felt about, Afterman. Oh, and Second Stage Turbine. I wasn't crazy about Second Stage Turbine the first time I heard it. It was so raw and, like, all that stuff. But, like, the more I listen to it, the guitar work is just so good.
All right. Well... Let us know what you thought of the Unheavenly Creatures down in the comments below. While you're there, leave us some feedback because it's the only way that these reviews can get any better. Hit that subscribe button if you like these type of music reviews because we're doing them a lot on this channel. So you have no excuse. You're like, oh, I don't know what I can expect from them. Well, now you know. You could get some album reviews right over here. And what's the other thing that you do on YouTube? Hit that like button if you like this video at all. Also the bell button, but I don't usually do the bell button. Like, screw it. I hate notifications, so I'm not gonna tell you. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.